Enough said, I'm Nigerian. Enough said, Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. Welcome to the Right Direction podcast. And this week we're talking about Nigerian patronage. Airpeace has brought this to the table. Everybody wants to support Airpeace. Incidentally, we have Nigerian restaurants in the UK mourning lack of patronage from the Nigerian population. We have a huge population that can make any business, anyone at all. To discuss this with me today, I have the CEO of Mesbar, Niger Babi, Miss Abere. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good.
Thank
And
you
we
for
have
coming
our
back.
normal panelist, Josephine. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Rosetta?
Good.
Great,
Thank you.
great, great. Now, I don't know what's going on. It might be like there's too many Nigerian restaurants in London. I don't believe so. It might be that when I raised the subject earlier, people say we don't have an eating out culture. People say they have not so much great experiences when they visit Nigerian restaurants. I don't know, but let me ask before I go to CEO. Um, I start with Josephine. Josephine, you use Nigerian restaurants a lot. Um, what is your experience? What would you say?
Um, some are good.
Yes,
Some of the services are good, and some are not. I've experienced the downside as well as the superb side.
the superb side.
Yeah.
I'll open it up. People have said Nigerian restaurants, food is too expensive. It takes time to come. There's stuff on the menu that's not there. The owners, when you get into a Nigerian restaurant, you quickly sense the owner. They're very braggadocious, giving instructions. They intimidate the customer. They say there's not too much going on. It's the same thing.
No, I think for me is the time they used to prepare the food, and sometimes some of them are welcoming, some are not so welcoming. It's almost like you walk in and you're looking for a staff to say, "Hello, madam, how are you? Good afternoon. Have a seat. What would you like for a drink?" and things like that. So, like Josephine said, it's been bad and good things I can say about the restaurants. Of course, yes, the food, sometimes they do have items on the menu that are not available, but it's on the menu. If it's not available, take it out.
Of the menu.
For example, some exotic dishes that we like your unkobi and your native salad and all of that. Sometimes it's not on the menu. So if it's not on the menu, take it out. There's no point putting it out there, because if you give us the a la carte to choose from, we think everything that's on there is available. Yeah, so that's just one. And then how long it takes to prepare the food as well. And whilst you're preparing the food, don't leave your guests waiting. Come in, have a chat with them, and just keep telling them the food is going to be ready in so and so time.
Right. My negative observation would be that the waiting time is very, very long. And even when the food comes, it's kind of like mixed up. What you did not order is what is brought to you. And also, there's kind of like attitude with the
Customer service.
customer service, the staff itself. I remember, I'm not going to call names of the restaurant, but one of my very, very down experience was that we waited for like nearly 4 hours. When the food finally came, it was all mixed up, probably what I wanted was what was given to Lace, or what Lace wanted was given to Ro, like that. And when I queried it, the customer, not the customer, sorry, the staff, she looked at me and she kissed her teeth and she just walked away. And then I reported to the owner. And what the owner told me was, "Oh, I'm really sorry." He was very apologetic. He said, "I'm really sorry, madam. But however, she's had a bad day and she's been working longer hours." Now, you telling a customer that I don't need to know how your rota is being run here. I'm coming to have a decent meal and to enjoy myself, and I believe I'm paying for it. It's not free.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Berry. Thank you very much. I want to start from the restaurants opening 7 days a week, not seeing so many Nigerians and they're not coming in. From your perspective, when you're opening the restaurant, did you say, this is a Nigerian place, I expect Nigerians to come in Did you do enough advertising to them? Because I don't want to come to the customer service first. I want to think of the connection between the restaurant and the community.
Yeah.
You know, did those things come to your mind and say,
Yeah, of course it did. When we opened that restaurant, it wasn't just for Nigerians we wanted to cater for. It is for everybody. So a Nigerian person could come in with the white collie and they could order, you know, it could have been suya and somebody could order the burger and chips, whatever that's, that they want to order. So our market was diverse. It's going to be, that's what we planned, it's going to be diverse. So at the moment, yes, we could have done enough marketing because we started entertainment over 10 years ago.
Okay.
And this is running events with various lounges, not so much a restaurant, but in a club scene sort of thing.
okay,
And we have a really huge fan base that we used to take from one lounge to another. And we thought, and being my business partner, Mr. Mez, he's also a DJ. So we had that huge following. And eventually their plan was to give them a home, give them our own a lounge where our
people can come
fan
to.
can come. So we sort of built our expectation of customer base on that.
On that.
Yeah, and not, didn't do enough reach out.
Interesting.
To the community around.
Are you able to? Because why this came up is the cost of running a business such as this food. Are you able to meet up, with this small, Thursday, you only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Is it a viable business?
It's paying the overheads. We're not dipping into our own pocket to cover costs in anything at the moment. So yes, we're only in one year. So some businesses has been running for years and they already built a customer base. So we're grafting now. We are now trying to, position ourselves as a place to be and do a lot of promotion and marketing. So I would say at the moment, yes, be able to have that. But there's no reason why you can't get your food under, it's 30 minutes. And that's you waiting with your food, with your drink, and possibly, a starter on a house. But, we offer, a hummus and bread, flatbread. Whilst you're waiting, this is on a house for you. So that would then, make you then just relax, have a chat, and then wait for you.
I want to say something
give
too.
us starters.
I have the starters. Never.
You say your starters is on the house, yeah?
Yeah, no, so not starters. So we will have like olives, we will have like flatbread, just to keep.
Okay.
Those little
Does that go on
Do
their
we
bill?
pay for that?
No.
Okay,
that's what we're saying.
Okay.
Well, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
There is no Nigerian restaurant here. I'm waiting. Maybe after listening to this podcast today, maybe some of them will actually think, okay, perhaps we could start that.
Yeah.
Because free starter in Nigerian restaurant, what would it be? Fish pepper soup? Or goat meat pepper soup? I don't know.
Yes. So our menu,
fried yam and fish.
We've got falafel on our menu.
Yes.
We've got calamari. We've got king prawn, breaded king.
Another one strong point they made is customer service.
Yes.
Attitude. I think I've got so much calls on that the customer service is rubbish. That if you go to a Nigerian restaurant, it's almost as if they can harass you. If you're not buying anything, you can hardly have a good experience. They say the owner is just trying to intimidate the customer. Because you will know that's the owner of the restaurant. He will not say, "Hi, how you doing? You want a glass of water?" He say, Go and get a glass of water for this person. Okay, glass of, I don't know. And I like the way this conversation is flowing because when you make a point, these two ladies can respond to you and I'll ask you another question.
Yeah.
So on attitude, do you see that in Nigerian restaurants, as bad as we're saying
Of
it now?
course, you can always notice the owner when you go into a Nigerian restaurant. As very authoritarian and very, they make it clear this is everybody else is working and this is I'm here to watch what's going on and that kind of vibe they give. Now in Mez Lounge, that's not what we're about. You are a testament to that. I'm serving, I'm cleaning, I'm waitering, I'm in a till. I'm in the kitchen making sure, coordinating everything. So you wouldn't even know that I'm the owner.
But what
at
about
all.
the ones? What about the ones that Josephine said kiss their teeth?
Yeah.
And they say work too hard. Rosetta said
She's not wrong at all.
Yeah.
100% not wrong. It's also like going into a black hairdresser. Nobody greets you when you come in.
True.
There.
You're
What would you
standing
like?
there.
Like, see, the other place it's the same. It's the same service you'll get.
would this not cost business?
Of
The
course it
same
will.
way saying.
100%. We get our community going and spending in Turkish in restaurants, spending in all the
Chinese.
everywhere else.
Yes.
And it's probably because of the service that they receive in there. The way they treat you, the way they welcome, the way they're catered for. It's almost with love. You know what I mean? Like the gratitude that you're here, because without our customers, we're not going to exist. That's one thing we need to understand. And when we are able to have them opportunity to have them in that in our lounge or our restaurant, we need to make sure we retain them.
Retain business.
They come back.
Let's speak
Do you know what I mean?
price-wise. Now, Josephine, I'll come to you again. Let's speak about the price of Nigerian restaurants in comparison with everything that's out there, how people work hard for your pounds, your Nigerian pounds. My friend said you can't get anything in a Nigerian restaurant for $9.99. Not similar that you will get somewhere. Are we overpriced? Are we average? Do you find us good value for money?
That's true.
Josephine.
Well, I mean, our food are very expensive.
Okay.
If we look at, the amount of money we use in shipping things down, like our snails, that's really, really expensive. So I know 3 snails, they'll tell you it's about 25 pounds, for 3 large snails, so they add all it adds up.
So
I'm not going to sit here and say it's too expensive and stuff, because even when I go to the Chinese restaurant with my family, we spend nearly 300 pounds there, and you're asking yourself, what are we eating? So it's just,
it's an average for you. The price is,
it is.
Rosetta, do you agree with Josephine?
Yes, I do. I do agree with her. If you want to eat good food, I mean, you should be able to spend a decent amount. There is a lot we put into the cooking.
That's
and
right.
as Josephine said,
Yeah.
yes, this food we have to import, get them from our country of origin. And the time you put in to prep the food,
prep
the
the
staff,
food,
you
yeah.
have to pay them.
Have to pay
No,
them,
some of them don't pay their staff
longer
very well. Those managers.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, you have a staff
Yeah.
working, 8, 12 hours, and
I
if they
know.
tell you what they get hourly, you'll be like,
you'll be shocked.
yes,
That's
you'll be
right.
shocked.
Yeah.
So, yes, they put a lot into it, and our food is rich.
Yes.
Our food is rich. If you want to eat good, proper Nigerian food, you should be ready to spend money. So you're not gonna get a Nigerian restaurant for $9.99.
No.
That's nothing. It's not
At all.
McDonald's.
Exactly.
No, let me
okay,
come to you. How tight are your margins? Are you struggling to stay alive in this sort of business that you see how much goes into the food? How much are you on borderline that if I cost this food more, we will lose even the customers we have now? Is that on your mind?
Not at present at the moment, because like I said, we're fusion. We're not catering traditionally for Nigerian
Yes.
food. So we are more on bar and grill. So like we got our specials called Africana Platter. We got about 10 items in there. So we cater for either for 4 or for 2. So these that we can have suya, taba, lamb kebab, rice, jollof rice, fried rice, plantain, salad, and everything else all in one. So that alone, that's what we can pay for that is for 4 is £70.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And that actually will fit about 6
And
people.
I've seen those portions.
Yeah.
They're
So
huge.
they're
Yeah,
quite
they are.
huge.
And they are good.
And they present
yes.
when you come in and put it on, the next thing you're gonna do is your picture.
Yes,
You're taking a
yes,
photo.
yes,
So,
yes.
oh wow.
Because when we came for the Christmas party, I saw that.
Yes.
It was
You
really
know,
good. Yeah.
So in that sense, we're not facing that huge margin of ingredients or things
Yes.
like, because we're not. Yes, we do swallow. We only select as few soup that we do, and that we just lack any other person, any other restaurant of £15 per for a portion. I think
For a bowl and soup.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
Do you
think
know what
is
I mean?
I think is
So
reasonable.
Very
that's
reasonable.
and an unquab is £18.
Yes.
You know, and that's the most. The most if you come to Mezi and you want the most you spend is £40.
Yes.
That's the most you
Yes.
spend.
Yeah.
To have a
'cause
good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like for your meal. Do you know what I mean?
Talk about something else somebody said today. She said, coming to Nigerian restaurant is the same. You know, she said, the guy said, there's no family event. You know, like what you said just now, you take your family out to an event. There's no paintballing. You know, she said, there's no quiz saying Nigerian history on a consistent so she can bring her kids. There's, I know Mez Lounge have karaoke, but if you compare to a normal pub, you know, that's open in this country.
Yeah.
Once again, it may come down to how much the interaction is going on.
Yeah.
It's, I think you need to see some more. People want to see more activity so they can come more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about you. What would you expect to see in a Nigerian restaurant to interest you to go again?
Maybe a quiz night.
Okay. That's really on the card for us.
Yes, a quiz night would be good. And what else? Maybe a table tennis somewhere on the corner. Yes, but it's it's money, it's the space.
The space.
Yes.
I was about to say
The
that.
owner of the restaurant might actually say to you, I actually have thought about it, but in reality, I cannot afford
Exactly.
it. So those kind of things will be good, just something on the side. Whilst people are even waiting for their food,
Yes.
a little bit of game, quiz, something on the
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think we have these board games like draft. You know, there's certain things that don't take space. But Josephine, if you had like a family activity, they say paintballing, you know, throw ball on the wall for the children, you know, because the restaurants are quite aware that we're working with confined space. You have to do with what you have. You know, what do you think a Nigerian restaurant would throw in that would interest you?
Well, I would just drive back to history. I mean, they can have a big screen. I think Mayor's Lounge, they have that. You can have a big screen that shows, our culture.
Okay. Yeah.
Going back to our grandparents and different things just sliding. If we're bringing in our children to come and eat, so while eating, they can watch the slide and have a little history about where we came from
Yes.
and stuff like that. That would be great, because right now we're talking about space. So if the space is not there, but I think that could be mounted up and just have that slide rolling.
Very nice, very
and
nice.
that can actually make us
Capture.
interact.
Because
More.
things will come up
That's
that
right,
you're
exactly.
familiar with.
Yeah.
You're the CEO.
Taking
Thank you,
on
thank
board.
you,
Thank you.
thank you for coming. With the space you have, and I know you have the karaoke. That's just a Thursday night.
Yeah.
If you want to maximize, I believe you're open 5 or 6 days
6
a week.
days, yeah.
What can you, or what are what burdens are you facing to introduce more nights?
So we trying to do open nights. Quiz night is really on the card already, so we're working on that. And the open mic, and as well as getting the pitbull right at the back of the garden, so the shisha area. So people have requested that, so we are already on that. So yes, there is a few things in the card for us to improve the interaction, especially during the week. Anyway, it is hard to pull people during the week, I must admit, because people got work commitments and stuff like that. Even the weekend is still pressure, because during the week, during
wanna
the
do
day,
their shopping.
That's right,
School,
yeah.
school uniform, you have to do a lot for the children before you actually leave them, before and then come out to say you want to lay your head down. Hence why we come a bit later.
Yeah.
I know, I was about to say.
Than what we-
Because you have to
You
do.
know.
I think Edwin, who mentioned it to me today, he said when you visit Nigerian restaurants, there's nothing to leave with. There is no sense of appreciation. Not even maybe when you're going out of the door, they say thank you. You understand? Yeah, they see you again. There's no such thing. Even with what is there, I would like you first to explain so they can respond back. When people pay, do people do they? And I'll phrase this properly. In the American restaurant, maybe because you tip, you get that service. In the English restaurant, you don't tip so much. Is it tipping that is preventing the restaurants from giving us a nice goodbye.
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Tipping is not is your own
That's
kindness
right,
that
yeah.
you want to be able to give to a staff that you think that's done well, served
yeah.
you well.
Yeah.
So it's not an expectation from Mez Lounge. So is like I said earlier, having a customer in our premises we are honoured for that. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't have to be with us. They could have gone anywhere else and dined. So if they've taken the time to go online or called us and booked, the least we can do is serve them well and make sure and thank them for their service and be able to see them get home safely.
I want to make
So-
it. I want to turn it up now and ask her, Rosetta, have you been to a Nigerian restaurant where you spent over £100, and even when you left, they didn't even notice?
Yes, but I don't even want them to notice me because I don't get it. The thing is, I go there to eat.
No, well, I'm just saying,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
I go there to eat.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I would say goodbye, you know.
Yeah.
So I would say 2 out of 10 times, you know, a staff would say bye. But to be honest, I am not expecting it because over the
same.
years, I did not get anything.
Yeah.
So
You're not
I would take my bag
expectations,
and leave. I'm more likely to say good evening or goodbye to if I go to Weatherspoons
Yeah.
or another restaurant totally not
yeah,
Nigerian,
yeah.
because I know I'll get a response from them.
Yeah.
And even if I don't say it, they'll say, have a good evening.
Yes.
You know, and so
Yes.
it's down
Get home
to
safe, that's
it's
what we
down
normally
to
say,
the
yes.
training.
Yes,
It's down to the training, how
Yes.
you train the staff
That's
to deal
right.
with us, your customers.
Yes.
Your please, your thank you, your
Yes.
welcome. How are you,
Yes.
madam? How's your day been? You know, it doesn't cost a lot. I don't have to tip you from. In fact,
don't.
I tip those staff when I see how they've been working
Same.
and attending to me.
Yes.
You know,
That's it. That was
sometimes
about
I
to
just
say
because
that.
I know that money goes into a pot. Sometimes I just put it in their pocket.
In their pockets, yes.
I say that's for you,
That's for
and they
you.
would laugh
Yeah.
and say thank you, man. You know,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
yes.
Josephine,
yes.
over to you. I saw you shaking when Rosetta was making this point. Do you feel for spending £300 in the restaurant? At least they should notice when you're leaving.
Yeah, of course they do. You see, you have the greeters when they come, and then you have the buyers and all of that. So they stand there and say, "I hope you had a nice time with us. Thank you very much.
much.
We hope to see you soon," and stuff like that. They do say it.
They do get
They,
it in
they do say
Nigerian
it.
restaurants.
Well, I'm not talking of Nigerian restaurant. I'm talking of the Chinese restaurant. However, like Ro rightfully
Yes.
said, if you are giving a particular server
Yes.
to be on your table to
Yes.
serve you
Yes.
and just cater for you and
Yes.
all of that, you know, you will get it from the person saying, "Thank you very much, ma," or, you know, "We hope to see you soon,"
Yes.
and stuff like that. And then I tipped a young boy, I think he was 18. He had smiles all over his face. We asked for this, he will go and get it. We asked for that, he will go and get it. He was all over the place, and other tables were calling him, you know. So I said, "How many tables are you managing here?" He said he's managing 3 tables. But he was, I'm telling you.
And you like that? You see that very
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
So
He was.
staff
They gave him
training-
3 tables because I believe they did that because his own customer service was outstanding. He smiled all through. I had to ask him. I said, "How old are you?" He said he's 18. He's just got into uni, so he's doing this part time and everything. And that really gingered me. So while I was going, you know, I asked them to call him. He came and I gave it to him, and he was, "Oh, thank you so much, Auntie." And he was so respectful.
Oh,
You
see,
know,
it's very nice.
so it's more of the young ones. They are really. It's the older ones. Oh my God!
Let me continue. Edwin said to me earlier, he said, I go out a bit social. He said, when you talk to me, you mention many Nigerian restaurants. Without you, I would never hear about them. They don't advertise. No leaflet come through the door. He said, you stayed at a Nigerian restaurant in Oxford Circus. The guy didn't advertise. You know, you said a Nigerian restaurant in, you know, it convinces you or it adds to your sale. Would you like to see Nigerian advertise, local Nigerian restaurant come through your door, even if you haven't tried it, maybe leaflet? But let me ask her, how are you getting on with that? You know, say, how many people know about us? You know, have we tried enough to reach the Nigerian, you know, I know you have the Ghanaians, but the Nigerians.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, we haven't tried enough yet. It's always constant. Do you know what I mean? To have regular customer, you always have to regular advertise, regular promote your business. So yes, we have got leaflet and we put at local areas and through their doors. But you can't stop. You can never stop in doing
advertising.
And is consistency is what is needed. Good marketing. We're a lot in social media, present a lot in social media, and we obviously recognise not a lot of our older crowd are on social media, so they would welcome that leaflet or anything else that come to alert them that yes, there is
something going on
in your local
locality.
Area to come in and dine.
Let me say something here that why it's important. I'll let them say, because I think Nigerian businesses subconsciously belong to Nigerians, in the area. If you start dropping leaflets through Josephine's door, through Rosetta's door, and maybe now you say, I'm not taking, the takings are not good enough, I think they would be willing to support you because they know you're a local restaurant and you're coming in. I think I get that feeling because it brings the sense of community that a Nigerian restaurant is struggling there. Less patronage. That they always put leaflets through the door. And another thing Josephine mentioned, I see it in Ghanaian internships. We have a lot of young children, growing, looking for jobs. I like that example that she has given, to know the community more. Do you reach out to say, hey, your children can come and do? I know you're just 1 year old, before it comes to you, how good would that be if the community was offering internship to
the young? You're talking
Weekend,
18 and above.
Yes,
that would be good. And, I mean, as long as some of them are living at home, some don't live at home or just left home, and their parents are happy with it. You've got to think of the health and safety of going into the kitchen. So it's down to families. If that is what they want to do, it's not a bad thing because it's introducing them to that culture.
You think it's good?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
Because that young man you've mentioned is very nice example. Man, thank you for coming. Is this something that will connect you more to the community? Because that boy, putting these Nigerian children in the Nigerian environment somehow to show, what they know and to learn more will bring business to you. Bearing in mind health and safety, is this something that you consider?
We're already doing that. We've got two staff that's 19 and one is 17. So, but I will not put them in the kitchen for a start. I need them to learn from the front first because I feel like you need more experience to be in the kitchen. And is not health and safety wise. It's not good because they haven't reached that level yet to be able to handle the food pressure and pressure the food. And if I do put them in the kitchen, it's probably like maybe to clear up the plates or wash a bit of cutleries and utensils for us.
Thank you. Look, thank you very much for coming here today to talk to us. We want you to have more patronage. That's why we've come here. We want more Nigerians to. It's our duty to support Nigerian businesses. It's your duty to also hear us, how things can improve. I'll let you have the last word and let everybody know where Mez Bar is. This is the only bar that say you can get something while you wait. What else did they say you can get? Please, before she say, what else did she say we can get from Mez Bar?
You can have hummus,
Olives, flatbread.
So we'll be holding you on that.
Yes. I just want to see you guys, but I'm like, give the olives because I promise.
That's right.
I mean, sometimes some people just go straight to the, to their menu and I just want mine.
Exactly.
And then we respect that.
That's
but if there's a large group and we're waiting long, yes,
why not?
Because the Turkish restaurants, they give
They
that.
do.
So
that.
I think
They
to
do.
make it easy, let me say, we can do spring roll and puff puff.
That's right.
Yes. Yes.
Nigerian
simple.
restaurants.
It's
Nigerian
very simple.
restaurants.
Whilst we're sitting,
Yes.
serve us hot puff puff. Whilst we're waiting for
That's right. Let's munch on that.
You
Because in Nigerian restaurant, my own experience is I order a drink. I like my Chapman.
Yes.
I keep ordering. Nothing is coming here. I finished 3. Free Chapman. While I'm waiting.
If you have something dipping,
and
then
when the
Dipping.
food comes, your tummy is full.
your tummy is full. Because that's the only thing I can munch on. Then I get the the cucumber around it, and you know,
Really?
oh,
Yeah.
It's true. That will help you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To sustain the
That's
long,
right.
the long
Yeah.
4 hours of waiting.
Yeah, spring roll and puff puff. It's not too much.
No,
Spring
it's
rolls
not.
to
That's a very good one. Yes.
Thank you. Mez, I will let you take the floor. And I'm stopping at spring roll and puff puff. Nigerians want this when we come to every Nigerian restaurant, at least to start. Mez, over to you.
So we're Mez Lounge. We're based in 627 Leabridge Road. That's N10 6AJ.
Yeah.
So we're open 6 days a week, Tuesday to Sunday. So weekdays we're open from 4 to 12:30, and then weekend is from 4 to 3 p.m. So 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
So yes, please do join us on Instagram.
Please follow her. Follow her.
Us on Instagram.
Go and
Follow us on
patronize.
Snapchats and
Go and patronize.
TikTok,
Yes.
and patronize us. So,
Patronize Nigerian. It's a week
Yes.
for patronage,
So
not
we've
just
got-
Airpiece, Mez Bar,
Yes.
Nigerian restaurant, Nigerian businesses. The numbers are there. We just want the attitude to improve.
yes,
Thank
and
you.
we do karaoke on Thursdays. You know, free shots before 8 o'clock when you come in, and we've got 1 year anniversary coming up on the 27th of April.
Very good.
Hummus,
Hummus, puff puff, and spring rolls.
We want the fusion.